So today's meeting is so organized. In the very first part, I will present internships very briefly. So the most important aspects, of course. Then, if she will join us, I will give the floor to Dottoressa Alessandra Lighezzolo, which is the administrative, which manages the administrative part of internship procedures, which is extremely important. Then to the students, which will present who have already finished or they are doing the internship right now, and they will have around 5 minutes to present themselves and the most important aspects of their experiences. And finally, we will have Oscar Russo, who will present us some new procedures for having financial support and grants for doing the internship. And at the very end, we will have a space which is open for questions and discussions. Okay. So, well, thank you to everybody and for the people who are here, and especially thank you for the students who have accepted to present their experiences and share their experiences with us today. Well, so excuse me, which is so internship is so where you can do your internship. Of course, you can do in Italy and abroad. You will do it normally during the second semester of the second year. But this is not, of course, a rule. Is just maybe a suggestion. You can organize your internship when you want. And why? Because you will have the possibility to train in local development and sustainable issues. So the idea is to find an internship for you, is to find an internship on an area consistent with your studies, but also consistent with your interests. And in fact, this is also not a rule, but generally speaking, many students, they exploit their internship experiences for writing the thesis. So it will be an opportunity to have some empirical material, empirical data to write your thesis, and it gives you, as a minimum, 200 hours, 8 ESTS, ECTS. The internship has a general goal, which is to acquire practice, of course, is a practical aspect of your studies. So to have a practical experience on development and sustainability issues in agencies, associations, research institutions, companies, of course, firms, private firms, and NGOs. So the point is, in my opinion, the point is not that much which kind of institution you choose or in which kind of institution you will have your internship, but it is what kind of work and of experience you might have there. So it might be a private company, it might be a private association, but insofar as you have the possibility to acquire an experiences and topics related with local development, so for example, the impact on urban and regional development of any kind of activity, this is might be an important aspect for acquiring skills, but also acquiring information and practices. So then you have more specific goal, so to communicate, so to write a report on your internship experiences, to be able to take responsibilities. So it's also related to work. Then you can get inspired for eventually for future professional career. And it's also an important aspect, right, to define a report about your experiences. So starting to write something is a very important skill. So references you can have a lot of information already in the Moodle platform, as here. So information, internship rules, procedures, logbooks, documents. Uh, it's we have recorded meeting as this one with local students that have presented their internship experience. But in any case, contacts with fellow students are extremely important for many issues. And then you have, let's say, official contacts, which is me, and you have my mail address here, and Alessandra Ligezzolo, which is an extremely important and relevant person in contact because she manages administrative issues related to internship procedures. And administrative issues are quite often, from my experiences, problematic for you. So, subjects involved. So there is you have an academic tutor, which might be, it's usually the thesis supervisor, future thesis supervisors, and the host organization, which is quite clear. And here you have a little bit a procedural time frame on the different step that you have to follow. So first of all, of course, search for an organization, which is also a very important aspect. And once you had a host organization, you have to check if this organization has already an agreement with our university, which is training and orientation agreement. And if it's not the case, you have to activate it. Then you draft your training project, which is your own project, own training project within the organization. You send those documents to Alessandra Ligezzolo, and during your traineeship, you fill your logbook, which is, let's say, a diary, a document where you write what you are doing every day, every week. So, but in a quite precise way. And at the end, you write your internship reflective report and send all the documents to your academic tutor and to the master. Then you will have the approval and the registration. The registration is you will register yourself as, well, for any normal exam, and then it will be registered and you will have your points in your booklet. So before the internship, so you have, of course, to explore how to find an organization, and here you have some contacts and some contacts for finding this organization, and you can use them and exploit them. So you will have access, of course, to the slides, but of course you can exploit also your personal contacts or your contacts that you can have from your fellow students to look for and find an organization. We are also working to have some kind of list of organizations that are working with us and that sharing eventually with you for counseling. But of course, I understand that this is quite an important step and time consuming sometimes. But then you have the document, we have already talked about it. The main document are the TOA, the Training and Orientation Agreement, that you have to check if the organization you have chosen has it with our university. Then you frame your project, so the top training and orientation project, and health and safety test according to Italian legislation. You have to be quite aware that we have deadlines, and here I put that you have to start the administrative procedures at least 2 months before starting the internship. And in case the institution does not have an agreement with us, at least for a month. And you have to send those documents by mail to Alessandra Ligezzolo before starting your internship. This is extremely important. I have put here at least 2 weeks before, but in any case, before starting the internship. During the internship, you will fill your logbook, diario di bordo, where you have a detailed account of your activities on a daily or weekly basis. This is up to you, but important is that you have an account of it. This is important for you. This is important for us. It's important for you because it allows you not only to formalize what you are doing, but also it might constitute a base for thinking about it and exploiting uh, exploiting. You have to try. So the internship is an important moment. So try to exploit it for your own personal development. Besides, so formal aspects that you have to do it because it's part of your education as master student in local development. You might exploit your supervisor, your academic supervisor, to clarify expectations and goals, ask for feedback and direction, and try to be active and proactive in this experience. So to have positive attitude, professional, and of course ask a question. But this is quite in the synthesis saying that you have to try to exploit this opportunity and see it as an opportunity to have an internship and take the most out of it because it can be useful for you, for your education and for your future. So those are a little bit the same, many aspects, the concrete aspects of what you're doing, organization aspects. You can acquire new skills and competencies, but you can also build networks. Networking is, of course, extremely important for your future and for your professional future. And keep track of your accomplishments. You have to do it, but don't do it as it would be just a formal aspect. It is also a useful aspect for you, and of course, leave a positive note or a positive idea of yourself. So at the end of your internship, you have to write an extensive internship reflective report, send it to the academic tutor for approval and to the administrative secretary of our master. So the reflective report is a formal aspect, but it has many important, it is also an opportunity for you for learning from a particular practical experiences to make connections between theory and practice, make sense, formalizing what you have done, and it might be a source of reference and evidence for your thesis in the case you will decide to exploit your internship to write the thesis. Then all the documents, approved final report, logbook, will be sent to Alessandra Ligezzolo. For what concern reimbursement, I will not go deeper into this aspect because Oscar Russo will present it to you as it has been changing in the last month. So this is all what I want to say. Thank you very much for your attention.